everyone, welcome to English with Sharmishtha. I am Sharmishtha. I have told you several times to learn English, you have to read and you have to speak, listen, as well as write. You have to practice all these things. You don't have to worry about grammar, but you cannot ignore grammar. You cannot be scared of grammar. Just as in speaking and writing, you have to take small steps, you also have to take small steps in grammar. Today I have come with a grammar lesson. It's a very basic thing to know, and that is about noun. A little bit of awareness of grammar is necessary for good English speaking as well as good English writing. Everyone knows that noun is the name of a person, place, or thing. That is, noun is the name of everything in this world. So let's listen to this story. This is the story, The Boy Who Cried Wolf. I think everybody knows the story. Ramu was sent out into the fields to look after the cattle, take care of them and keep a good look out for the wolves, said the villagers to him. So every morning Ramu took the cattle to the hillside, but soon he got bored. A naughtiness occurred to him and he cried, "Wolf, wolf." The villagers came running with sticks but saw no wolf. Ramu laughed and the villagers became angry. So, this is part of the story. You know, this is not the whole story, but my purpose is fulfilled. Ramu is a noun. Then comes the fields is a noun. These are the name of people or things. Cattle is a noun. Wolves, again a noun. Villagers, noun. Ramu is again a noun. We have already marked Ramu. Hillside is a noun. Cattle is already marked. Naughtiness is also a noun. Wolf, wolf, wolves are already marked. Ramu laughed and the villagers became angry. This is also villagers and Ramu are marked. So these are the nouns that we get in the story. So you understand that noun is the name of a person, a thing. These are animals, place, people, animals, place, quality. So, what are the nouns that we get in the story? Ramu, cattle, wolf, villager, hillside, field, naughtiness. Why have I separated them? Because they are of different kinds. Like Ramu. Ramu is the name of a person. Only one person is named Ramu and that person is particularly called Ramu. So, this is a proper noun. This is a proper noun. This can be a name of a city, a mountain range, and a river. All these names like Himalaya is a mountain range and it's named Himalaya. No other mountain range is called Himalaya. So it's a proper noun. Cattle, collection of animals, those are domesticated animals. So this is a collection. So it is collective noun. Collective noun. We can have army, that is a collection of soldiers. So army is also a collective noun, a fleet of ships, a herd of cattle. Everything is collective noun because it's a collection. Third is wolf, villager, hillside, field. These are common nouns. Common nouns. All wolves are called wolves. All the villagers are called villagers. All the hillside places are called hillside. And all the fields are called fields. So these are common to a group. So these are common nouns. Naughtiness. This is abstract noun. Abstract noun is the name of any quality, a state, or an action. Abstract noun. This is a quality, naughtiness is a quality, honesty is a quality, childhood is a state, movement or judgment, these are actions. So these things are denoted by the noun, abstract noun. So you see, these are the four types of nouns. Nouns can also be classified as countable and uncountable nouns. As the name suggests, the things which can be counted, those are countable nouns. The things which cannot be counted are uncountable nouns. Like most of the liquids come under uncountable noun. Boys, girls, these are all countable nouns. Tables and sugar. This is not liquid, yet it cannot be counted. Milk, water, uncountable nouns. So you see, this is another kind of classification of nouns. Noun is one of the parts of speech, and parts of speech are the parts of the whole language, that is the components of the whole English language. They are divided into 8 parts to define them and to know and understand the language properly. So this is only one part of speech among 8 parts of speech that consist the English language. If you are a beginner, you need to understand nouns. If you have advanced, you will get to know that there are also other parts of speech, and the abstract noun has come from other parts of speech. So, how these other parts of speech become abstract noun, how the same word changes from an abstract noun to an adjective or from a verb to an abstract noun. These are the things that you will be able to understand as you advance in your learning of English. So keep learning, keep reading, keep listening, and keep enriching your English more and more every day. That's the end of my video. If you liked my video, then do like it, share it, and subscribe to my channel for more such videos. And do take a very good care of yourself till I come with another video. Bye for today.